The State University of New York at Buffalo presents a UB Athletics production of Track and Field Bulls Update.
And for this track and field update, we welcome in indoor track and field coach Vicki Mitchell and graduate distance runner Zach Ahart. Zach, we're going to get to you in a moment, but Vicki, we're going to start off by letting you recap what was a very successful trip last weekend to the big meet in Cornell that we previewed you with you last week. Tell us how things went for the team.
Great meet for us. On the men's side, we had a few highlights. Mike Morgan had his first main competition with his heptathlon this weekend and ended up setting a school record, leads the MAC, and number 3 in the country. Big weekend for him. Kamari Long then set a school record in the 60-meter. She also is leading the MAC, so had a couple of big highlights out there.
Yeah, how encouraging are you that an early meet like this against very good competition may really bode well for the rest of your season?
You can see the students starting to build their confidence as they get to the starting line, step on the runway for competition. So I think that they're building confidence and seeing that they can be real contenders at MAC.
All right, Zach, because you're a distance runner, you weren't involved in the Cornell meet, but a couple of weeks ago when the whole team went down to New York City for the big meet at the Armory, you had yourself a pretty fun time, didn't you? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I ran the mile and I set a nice PR with 4:17 for indoors, and then I anchored the 4x8, which wasn't as great, but it was a fun meet. And,
how satisfying? Give people an idea of how satisfying is it to set that personal record, particularly do it early in the year like that.
Yeah, it felt good because I don't really train for that event. We tend to underdistance in the early season to prepare us for the main events later on, and yeah, it was a good time, and it felt good to start off on the right foot.
Right. Vicki, as his coach,
Yes.
Were you surprised by him doing what he did in New York City?
Not at all surprised, no. We can see his workouts on a daily basis, and Zach is such a veteran competitor that he knows how to go out and attack and compete.
Right. 2013, you were the MAC cross-country champion, so that shows me you can adapt to whatever the conditions you may need to adapt to. What's the difference? Give people an idea what the difference is. Cross-country versus the indoor. How do you have to change your style and your preparation, your training?
Yeah, so in cross country, it's a lot more just pure competition. You know, it's an even playing field. Everyone's doing the same event. In track, there's a lot more components. You have distance running and field events and sprints and everything. So it takes a lot more strategy, making sure that everyone's coming together, doing what they need to do, so that the points add up to a nice victory.
Right. As a graduate student and someone who has certainly achieved some very lofty success, how much do you see your role as a kind of a leader and a mentor for some of the young athletes?
I definitely feel that I'm a leader. I try to set a good example for them and be a good training partner and motivate.
Right. How much do you rely on him, Vicki?
Oh, quite a bit. Absolutely. He is Mr. Reliable, both in helping his team and when he gets out there to perform. So we look for him for a lot.
All right, guys, thank you very much. Congratulations. Good luck the rest of the season. Here's Zach for the latest on Zach's success and Vicki and the indoor track team. Make sure you head to ubbulls.com.